Welcome back to another episode of the Pickle Pulse. I am your host, Brian Green. As always, my host, Christy Barker.
Hey there.
And we have the special guest, the 4.5 to 5.5 in 1 year, Mr. Ryan Kane in the house, because we're going to do our 10 from the weekend.
We are, and this is a good one.
Yeah.
This is, yes, there was so many directions to look this weekend, so I'm super excited for this.
This weekend got me super excited because it is the pickleball I want to see. It's like people walk on the court, you don't know who's going to win. It's who's playing best that day. I mean, the landscape of pickleball is wide open to the young up-and-comers who are working hard right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but man, I am excited for what the rest of this year brings because I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and get ahead of myself. Will Anna Lee and Ben Johns be the top player at the end of the year?
That's a good question.
Will they be? So that's a little teaser, I think, of what we'll get to in a little bit. But Christy, I think you have our top 10.
I'm ready with it. And
Let's go.
This is a good top 10. And so this is going to be all inclusive of pickleball, I would say, all over our nation.
Yeah.
Like we are going to do some local stuff and some stuff from PPA Austin, of course, from the weekend. So we will go ahead and get started and buckle up because this is good.
Yes.
So number 10, we want to start by just shouting out some local tournaments that happened this weekend, namely the LFG tournament in Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Which was called the Bert and Ernie Clash.
The Bert and Ernie Clash.
It's a very cool name. I like the
Very
name.
clever. And then we also had a Legends tournament, which I know a lot of us know and love and have participated in. I mean, shoot, we've
plenty.
Love Ron. We've given him plenty of dollars, and he runs a quality tournament every time. So appreciate you, Ron.
So we had those two local tournaments that happened, and we really wanted to shout out the participants that captured gold this weekend. And Ryan and I were both up in Pennsylvania at the LFG tournament, and it was really exciting pickleball, both to participate in and just watch. It was really intriguing.
Well, I mean, the open division was, I would say, at least half pro players at this point. I mean, Medina Alvarez was there, right?
No, he wasn't at this one.
So
he was at
where did
Upshot a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's
you're
where
right.
I was thinking about what I saw McNally post. That was a different tournament.
That's a different one.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
That's all right though. We kept you honest. We're good.
Let's go. All right,
we're good. No, but you're not wrong in your statement of pro players being present. I definitely felt that way. I don't know if Ryan felt similarly, but
Big time.
Yeah, there were big names in this tournament. So starting with men's, Bill Casergis, Jonathan Trong, of course, took home gold.
Yes.
Of course.
And this is like a month after I saw him at Chestnut Forks, Bill, and he's been working his tail off with the Navy, I believe. Or is that where he's with the Navy? And I asked him, where you been playing? He's like, man, I'm barely playing. And I'm like, okay, you just show up and win. I like it.
He does.
Dude is good.
Athletic, like just really in shape. I think, you mentioned the Navy. He's clearly got a lot of discipline. So he showed up and collected gold as he should in the men's division, right alongside LJ, who is somebody that we've been watching for a long time. So that was really cool to see. They defeated Andrew Wang and Rumi in the gold medal match.
That was a good run for those guys. I mean, I know they've been playing a lot of pro qualifiers and higher level games, but that's a good run. So congrats, boys.
Yeah. They had a great run.
Yeah.
Great run.
Who was the dominant player there? Was Rumi playing left?
Andrew plays the left, and Rumi plays the right. Steady right.
Gotcha.
Steady Rumi.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew is like super tall and lanky, so I could see that.
Yeah.
And he's got power.
Yeah.
Like he's got a lot of power. And they just work really well together. His Rumi's game is soft, resets, and then Andrew brings the heat.
Right. And I love, in our area, I feel like so many different people play with so many other different people. I mean, sitting here collectively, we probably have many different partners amongst the three of us. It's so cool when you get two players that come together and their games complement each other so well. I love how you said that because I think I agree. Rumi and Andrew work really well together.
They do.
Makes a lot of sense.
They do.
So.
Wow. And it's special for them to find each other too, because that's hard to find.
I know, right?
It is.
It is really tough. Like you and Allison, I feel like y'all have that. And they're having fun no matter what's going on.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that matters. And Andrew, another shout out for him. has made a lot of improvements, I think, recently, and really is putting his name on the map, which is cool.
Yep.
And I don't even think he's been playing that long either.
Oh, wow.
So
hurts my feelings.
He's been putting the work in, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, another one like this guy right here who just was like, I'm going to learn to play pickleball, committed to it, and like figured it out real quick.
Yes.
Took me longer than some of these tennis guys, but.
And then for women's, we had Hannah Rose Nussbaum and Ariana Rodriguez, I believe. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. And they played against Rachel Barrick and Carly Newcomb in the gold medal match. Hannah and Ariana took it, and that was a very exciting match.
So forgive me. Do you guys know anything about those ladies? I don't know them at all.
So Rachel and Carly.
I know Rachel
probably.
and Carly well. Yeah. But
Rachel's super passionate. Super feisty,
oh
fiery.
She's scary.
She was yelling.
She's the scariest girl on the court, and she hits it hard, and she'll let you know after she wins.
She has really emerged as a true right-sided women's player. She is doing phenomenally. It's just so fun to watch her.
Well, Carly's putting in work too.
And I was going to say, Carly is putting in the work, and it showed. I mean, they earned it.
Yeah.
They did really well.
Well, and her and Josh, I think, got bronze or silver.
They got bronze in mixed.
Yeah, in mixed. So that's a solid win.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Hannah Rose and Ariana are from the north area, I believe Pennsylvania area.
They're in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but
Thus me not knowing who they are.
Yeah, they're stellar players as well.
Okay.
I think Ariana has dabbled in pro. I know Hannah Rose has dabbled in pro as well. So good showing for them.
That's
so
awesome.
That was pretty cool. And then moving on to mixed, which Ryan and I did participate in. We had electric gold medal match that took forever. Bill and Monica, who we, of course, a household name, I think, in Northern Virginia at this point. Everybody knows Bill and Monica, played against LJ and Abika in the gold medal match. LJ and Abika, interestingly, were from the winner's bracket, which we would not expect. Bill and Monica came from the loser's bracket.
Holy cow.
Their only loss was to LJ and Abika earlier. So
that's what I was going to ask.
12-10 in the third.
Whoa.
12-10 in the third.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of the winner's bracket semifinal.
Well, I heard a rumor that that match ended at 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning or something crazy late.
So that was the day prior. That was the split mixed age.
There you go.
Yeah.
Swinging a missed strike too, Brian.
You get three. You get three, so you're good.
No, if I'm out, I'm leaving. I'm just walking out of the studio. It's
Ryan
over.
and I got you. We're good. But that match, that winner's bracket final, did go to 3 in overtime. And then they met again in the gold medal match. So LJ and Abika won the first best of 3. The second time they met in the gold medal match, Monica and Bill won the best of 3. So then you've got 6 games and it's 50-50, which is really cool. So finally they go to the 1 game to 15 and Bill and Monica take it 16-14.
16-14.
Whoa.
It was electric. The game was tight, within 2 or 3 points the entire game.
Was everyone cordial? Was there chirping? Was it just quality pickleball and everybody's doing their thing?
I think there were a couple times actually where LJ had a bad speed up on Bill in classic Bill fashion.
I was going to say, I could see that.
It back and then, don't do that.
No.
Just don't do that. That definitely happened at least twice, 2 or 3 times. But besides that, it was pretty standard, just good, great high level play.
Yeah. Well,
so
and
fun to watch.
Shout out to LJ. Yeah. When he's in tournaments, he's making deep runs these days, and his hard work is showing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I knew he was great when he was a kid, and now that he's getting a little bigger, he's really grown into those shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's doing phenomenally. So, but that's what we had for LFG. So what did we have at Legends?
So at Legends, we had, let's see, the men's open final was Jason Renner and Rosen Nadenoff.
Yeah.
Okay. Versus Dave Richardson and Max and Thorntham. So Big Max.
Yes.
And I wasn't there. I didn't see it. Congrats to those guys for making it that far, but I know they're all really high. I've seen these guys play, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that was a solid run there.
Awesome.
And then in the Open 50 Plus, I wanted to shout out some of these guys because these are guys that we play with. These are the older guys, but still really good. And that's Dean Packard and Philip Karasik. I don't know Philip, but Dean I played with, and he's really good. Great hands.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Andy Gray and Mike Hutton got
Aw,
silver.
congrats.
What's up, boys? Good work.
Awesome.
Mike Hutton's game right now is every time I play with him, there's nothing to do but compliment the guy. He's got a great forehand dink roll, and he's so solid resetting the ball. So he's getting better and better.
That's
and
awesome.
good and he's more athletic than me at 50 plus than I'll be than I was at 30.
That's awesome.
And then Petter and Alejandro got bronze as well. So
I think Petter had actually a great weekend. I think he medaled in every event that he played in.
He did.
Awesome.
So shout out to Petter.
He hasn't been playing for for more than a year and a half, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's fairly new to the game as well.
But he plays all the time. I mean,
he does play all the time.
He's very good.
Awesome.
Yeah. Very tall and lanky again. Guy that can reach out and take some balls out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those were the men's opens. In 4-5, don't typically shout these guys out, but this is my division. So what's up, boys? Andy Kepke and it says Kyung Loon Ye, but I know this is my boy. I'm drawing a blank on his name now. William Ye.
Oh, yes.
Mr. No
Yes.
Look.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. No Look. Yes.
Mr. No Look.
Yes.
So they played Corbin and Matt in the finals. This was a cash tournament for 4-5 as well. Very cool, Ron. Way to
awesome.
pull that together. And congrats to those guys. I know AK-47, Mr. Andy Kepke, is getting better and better. I know you ran into him in a Frank's tournament not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he loves the drive and crash. He's super athletic, and he's getting better.
That's
and about to move to Miami, so I don't have to deal with him. But that's just going to make him better because he's going to run in those Florida 5-0s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see. The singles, Jason Renner takes it down, of course.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sounds about right.
Crushing it. And then the men's singles open, Petter takes the gold.
But in
awesome.
50 plus.
And 50 plus, yes.
And he played
awesome.
Pickles, right? Did
That's
he play
correct.
Pickles, Paul?
He did.
Shout out both of them.
So I'm a little surprised. I would think I would have gone the other way and bet on Pickles there. He's playing so much singles and he's so good at it. So Petter must have played out of his mind.
Yeah, so Petter, I actually talked to him back in December, and we actually played in the same singles tournament together, and it was both of our first singles tournaments. So I know that Petter's been putting in the work in singles, especially in the last few months. So it's good to see him, get that result.
That's paying off. I mean, that's a good W because Pickles is no joke in singles. He can play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's been playing.
cool.
He's been at it for a while.
Yeah, no
Pickles.
doubt.
Yeah,
No doubt.
so
And in mixed open doubles, we have Hisami and Dave Richardson.
Yes.
So Hisa, what's up,
Yes.
guys?
Yes,
Good
Nice
job.
work.
that's a good win.
And they took down Alyssa Bialik, the doctor,
Yep.
and Andrew Markovsky.
Yeah.
So-
that must have been a good
Oh, that would be a
match.
fun match to watch.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
And then Petter got bronze. So you're right. He medaled in every event.
And he played with
Emmer.
Emer.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Emer. There you go.
That's
Messing up
awesome.
So amazing
Pretty cool.
weekend. Good
That's
work,
awesome.
guys. And I would report on what the ladies did, but there was no women's open. They
There's
were all
not.
at the other tournament.
They were all
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Well, and I'm sorry to bring it back to LFG. I forgot, I don't know how I could, but forgot about singles for men at LFG. Shout out to James Broker, who took gold in singles. A very hard fought battle that also went to 4 in the gold medal match on
Okay.
Friday evening. He turned around then on Saturday evening and also won gold in split age with Steve Emmons.
Steve Emmons.
Yes.
That,
That is
that's
a
the one that
beastly
took
duo.
us there past midnight. That's where we were sitting at 12:30 at night.
Well, those two guys, I think, would have a shot in just the regular open division.
Right?
I mean, Emmons is playing so well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah, exactly. So
Even though I don't like to say nice things about Broker.
right.
And it's his birthday.
And it's his birthday.
That's right. He's
Yes.
got to be like 35.
Yeah.
Don't look a day over 37.
Love it. Gotta love it. All that to say, congratulations to all of our local pickleball people, all our Northern Virginia pickleball peeps. Keep it going. Proud of you all.
Yep.
So always fun to see everybody's names out there.
Love it. So that
People
was
doing
number
well.
10.
That was
What-
number 10.
what is
That's
number-
a long number 10. Sorry for that. But
that's okay.
We'll keep it going.
Yes.
All right. So number 9, this is a really interesting one. So this is something that came out this weekend. If you don't follow Fourth Shot Pickleball on Instagram or Facebook, you need to go ahead and like it and follow it.
Yes. Good stuff.
Run by David McNally, our very own, who I think we mention on this podcast every time we're here. So this is
You owe $1 to the jar.
a dollar
the
to the jar.
McNally jar.
yep, McNally jar.
Wait, and now you got me to say it, so I
There
owe
you
one
go.
too.
Exactly.
Doggone it.
And we'll probably get a Michelle Spar jar too, because I know she listens and she wants to be shouted out more than David McNally. So
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Look at you.
So we need a Michelle jar too.
Wow.
All right.
That's $2 for you.
Right there.
I'm not going there anymore.
All right, so I'm not saying any more names, but somebody who runs Fourth Shot Pickleball posted a possible hindrance point, and I label it that way because I think that this is something that's up for debate in pickleball.
Yep. And I'm going to put this in so you guys can watch it right
Yes.
now.
Was
And
this a hindrance?
And then now we're back, and we're going to talk about it.
So this is that clip is from the Upshot tournament, which was a couple weeks ago. What you see is David Biegert from the Charlottesville area, UVA student, who is, I think he returned the ball very short. Jonathan Medina Alvarez.
Yeah, he like shanked it straight up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very short. So Medina Alvarez is coming in, and David knows it's going to come in hot. So what David does is he does like a little starfish jump.
Dude.
And then
it's so funny,
Medina
but so
does what
good.
he does.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's some conversation where Medina thinks that shouldn't be allowed. And, it was handled actually very cordially. Shout out to David, who I think handled it really respectfully. But what I want to bring up here is just the debate of, is this a hindrance? Is it not? Should it be allowed? Should it not?
I'll let Ryan start because I feel very strongly about what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I think it is a hindrance. I think you shouldn't be able to do, like, it's not like a pickleball play. It's not like any move that would be like used when you're hitting the ball, and he's doing it as his opponent is getting ready to hit the ball. Like, to me, I find that to be a hindrance. Like, and I will say also, I think Medina ended up losing the rally. I feel like if he won that rally, maybe it wouldn't have become such a bigger deal than it has been. But I definitely believe that's a hindrance because that's not a natural move.
Okay.
Like if we're playing doubles, like, sure, it was singles, but if we're playing doubles and you, as I'm getting ready to hit the ball, do like a starfish jump,
Man,
I'm going to be like, well...
I've got you so eaten alive on this one.
Well,
I can't
wait a
wait.
second.
Okay, we're going to argue. I love it.
All right.
Do you want me to go next or are you going next?
So you can go ahead.
Okay, you want me to go next?
Yes,
Okay.
go ahead.
Well,
what
maybe
do you
he
think?
should go, and then you can split the tie.
Right?
Because I think I know where he stands on
I
it.
think- I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah. Go ahead,
So,
though. Ladies first.
Is it a hindrance? Yes, it's a distraction. Should it be allowed or should it not? I actually think it should be allowed, and I might change my perspective on this eventually. But here's the thing. I think it is very vague because it goes to intention, and we don't know what intention is there. Now, in this case, I think it's very clear. There's no other intention that could be perceived from that. I think the intention was to distract. But I think if you start calling stuff like that as a referee, it leads to a big gray area of like, I mean, we've seen J.W. Johnson raise his arms when a ball is like, it's almost like a bowling lean. Like he's like willing the ball over the net and he like raises his arm and like, I hope it goes over. I don't think that is intent to distract, but it is a hindrance. So I think as a referee, if you start calling one, you have to call all. And I think it makes it really tough to interpret. So
Okay.
that's where I'm at. And I reserve the right to change it eventually.
Here comes my atomic bomb to this
Okay,
conversation.
let's go.
You
Let's
I
hear
am
it.
so excited on you guys' stance right now because you're both very wrong.
Okay. All right, let's go.
It was not a hindrance at
Okay.
all. It was a very smart thing to do. Okay, number one, we're talking about a guy who's probably a 5'5", 5'6".
Okay.
Medina Alvarez is like a 6'5". Okay, so he's the underdog walking in the match. He hits
Okay.
a bad shot. What else is he to do other than to try to make himself look big? That's what he's trying to do. Like if a giant
Okay.
bear is running at you, you try to look big to scare the bear away. Okay, Medina is a
The Medina
giant
bear.
bear, and he's coming at him. He just shanked his first shot. He's got to reload his shotgun, right? And so what does he try to do is look big. Medina hits it right at him, okay?
Right.
And then he hits it back to him, and Medina has another shot to put a good pickleball play on it. Doesn't, and he puts the ball away.
Right.
Okay? So, hindrance. You said something to intentionally distract the player. What does our favorite guy, Mr. Jack Sock, do on his forehand all the time? Ooh, looping it up like this, right?
Not like that.
I mean, he's doing like
It
this
is so
before.
not.
It may as well be a rodeo lasso before he hits the ball.
It's not. All right,
Okay?
roll the tape. Put it on there. Put
So
that on there next.
I'm putting it in there so you guys can see.
and we're back.
But why is he doing that? Not because he thinks it looks cool, because it's distracting.
You don't think that's
No, but
just
that's
his form?
strategic.
That is, so was what he did.
Not
How
at
can
all.
you say one is strategic versus the other? He has got his back against the wall.
Because
There's
the intent, as Christy
But
mentioned, like
both of their intents is to distract. He's trying to get you to look at his paddle up here before he
Mm-hmm.
wallops you in the chest with something, or he dinks it over.
But it's strategic because the ball's about to be on his paddle, and if he makes it look like he's going to hit it in one direction and hits it somewhere else, like that's strategic, and it couldn't be a distraction on you hitting the ball. Like, doing a starfish jump as the other person's getting ready to hit the ball is inherently a distraction. Like, that's...
He's trying to look big to scare the bear away.
Yeah, but that's against the rules.
There's no rule that says you can't jump in starfish until it's written into the book. I would argue this to the day.
I was going to say, there was a ref there who called nothing.
Nothing.
The ref did call nothing.
The ref
And he
called
was
nothing.
way cooler about it than I would have, because I would have used that moment to start trying to stick it to the bear. All right?
Well, I think he ended up giving the ball
He
right
did.
back
He
to
hit
him.
his serve right out
served,
to give it back to
on
him because he
purpose.
could see he was upset. Obviously a better man than me.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
David is a stand-up guy. I will say that. Absolutely.
I've met him a couple of times. Super nice.
He's so nice. Very humble. Great guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but wrong move there, David. You need to be a stone cold killer in this game. Okay?
he played it off better than I would have.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think?
What do
Who
you
are
think?
listening? Please
Yes.
put in the comments, because obviously we're torn. I'm right, but we're all torn. And yes.
I've never seen someone be so happy to be so wrong
Right?
than what I'm looking at right
Yes,
now.
no, that's good. Maybe I'll get eaten alive in the comments and you'll be vindicated, but then
I
I'll
would
just
love it.
blame it on those people who don't like me.
Goodness. Well, and there's two debates here, right? Hindrance or not versus like strategic or not. And then again, should it be allowed or should it not? If you're the one writing the pickleball rule books, you know, tomorrow, would you write a rule in that says that this type of behavior is not allowed? It sounds like you're all for it.
I like it. I mean, I don't, obviously you guys disagree.
I'm against it just because of to me, it's like going back to the serve that's hard to call. Like,
But I think just like in law, it's a slow trickle that leads into a waterfall.
Right.
What is the next thing that's
Right.
illegal to
I
do?
do think it
Right.
opens Pandora's box.
Yeah.
I will say that. Like, as you mentioned earlier, which, like, if it opens up a gray area, like, I don't think we need more of that in pickleball.
Right.
And another aspect to it is, like, the entertainment value. Like, it's entertaining to watch people doing, like,
Heck yeah.
weird stuff with their paddle or jumping around. Like,
Right.
there's entertainment in that, and whether that's, like, legal or not, you know.
Right.
Currently
it's
legal.
entertaining.
Currently legal and entertaining. And like I said, go follow Fourth Shot Pickleball because he also has another video out there that's a little controversial. So you can weigh in on that as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
nice.
from another one from Upshot. So, and I love that. I'm not going to say his name because I'm not putting another dollar in the jar, but the owner of Fourth Shot Pickleball. I love that he's bringing this content to life. So
Yeah.
thank you, sir, DM, for doing this. Like, I just think it's really cool. You know, like look
it's
at the
great.
conversation we're having that's probably happening everywhere. It's
No, I
just,
agree.
it's relevant.
It is a post that should go viral, because I think
He's gotten over 100,000 views on the
Is on the first one?
on the first video that has to do with men's
so. It
doubles.
has in pickleball. That's
that
viral.
one has
yeah.
big time.
Oh, cool.
And I'm sure this one will too.
Yeah.
I've been seeing it on different
Yeah.
pages on Instagram and
That's
things
awesome.
like
No,
that.
the first one went crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. We ready?
Yeah.
All right. We took like 25 minutes to do
I know
two. I'm
that.
so
That's why
sorry,
I'm like,
Brian.
number 8.
Number
come
8,
on.
let's go. Okay, we're going to roll through this like quickly. All right, number 8, Jack Sock and Ben Johns played a left-handed point. Now, it wasn't that big of a deal, except it was exciting for the announcers and like for us to just be able to mention it. So we're not going to spend too much time on it. But when you watched PPA Austin this weekend on Thursday singles, Ben Johns and Jack Sock, you can kind of see them talking with each other. And Ben said something like, "You want one right now?" And Jack Sock said, "Sure, let's go." And they played a left-handed point.
Yes, I would have liked to seen a better point with the
I
left
wish it
hand.
was better.
For sure.
Yeah, but it was cool. It
Yeah.
shows that they're having fun,
Right?
And out of Ben, that's a little unusual. It seems like he's
He's
there for business.
Usually business as usual.
Yeah.
Right.
He was smiling. I won't say a lot, but he was smiling for a lot for him for that match. Like he was
When
having fun.
and it was game 3. Like there was
something on the
stuff
line.
on the line. It wasn't like the first point of the match. It was
Jack Sock has the most fun in pickleball. Period.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. And he brings it out in other people. I'm a huge Jack Sock fan. We're there.
We are.
I just said
We're
Jock,
fanboys.
but Jack Sock.
Throw me in there too. I love
There you
Jack
go.
Sock. I love Jack Sock.
All right. See, we did one quick.
Let's
Did
go.
a quick point. All right. Number yeah, let's go. Literally.
I'm stressing
Keep going.
Christy out.
All right. Number 7. Zane Navratil and Christian Alshon beat the Johns brothers.
I love it.
Yes. So we had yet another upset for the John brothers. This one came from a different pairing, but it was really cool to see.
So
in
this-
2, I believe.
This one's going to
It
be
wasn't
hard
two.
to do quickly because You know, I said Jack Sock might be the number one in the world by the end of the year, the way he's playing, the way he looks. But there's a handful of guys right now who are coming up that, I mean, Christian Alshon could be that guy.
Is on fire right now.
I mean,
in all events. Like,
and I think it's great to see the Johns lose. Like, I think it's great for the sport. Like, not only since they've been winning as long as they have, they've kind of made themselves like public enemy number one. So everyone kind of wants to see them lose. But like where the game is going now, like you guys said, like more up and coming players, like we'll see how long that they last in the number one spot.
Yeah. Well, and has their style of play become something that you can attack? Right. Because it seems like teams that are just blowing through them, they know it's like go after them hard and heavy, and it's working. And
it's starting to, it's working more now than ever before.
And it's happening across the board in all of them, not just with those guys, but in mixed and gender. It's everywhere.
But again, so people are starting to get, they figured out the Johns brothers. But what the Johns brothers have is the pickleball IQ, like the mind that is a genius. So like, I don't doubt they're back in the lab saying, okay, people have figured us out a little bit. What do we need to adjust?
I still
they're going to come back.
I would still take them as the favorites for like plenty of tournaments moving forward.
At what point does Ben drop Colin for a more offensive right-hand player?
I could see
or
that.
Does he train him up to be a more offensive player?
There, I like that answer better.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think they would ever drop each other in the men's.
I would agree. They're too close. It's like a family
It's almost
thing.
like they're brothers or something.
Yeah. Well, no, not even that. But like, even for their family seems like so tight knit.
Oh, for sure.
So tight knit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I just think that you got to be very offensive, even on the right side, to win at this point.
You have to have it in your game. Like, you don't have to do it all the time, but you have to be able to do it when the other team is coming at you. You have to be able to swing it back.
Yeah.
Is this why I'm losing all the time?
Oh my God.
I second that notion. I second that notion.
All right. Yes, we could spend more time here, but we'll move forward. We'll keep our listeners happy, right?
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
So also, before you move on,
go for it.
If you do have a comment on that, I would love to hear what you think about Ben as well. Again, want some interaction from the peeps out there. Tell us how wrong or right we are.
Keep telling me I'm right. Every time I'm on here, just tell me I'm right.
Not going to happen.
All right. So number 6 through 1, it's just all about crazy championship Sunday and Monday results. And we had Monday results this time because the rain was terrible apparently in Austin this weekend. So 6 through 1 is all about go home Austin, you're drunk, because this was nuts.
The whole thing was nuts. It was so fun to watch.
Yeah. All right. So number 6, men's singles is the only event that made sense based on ranking. You had your number 1 seed, I believe, beat the number 2 seed. Number 2, it was Federico, right?
Yeah.
Ben Johns beat Federico.
And he lost in 2.
Although, at what point does Fed become the number 1 seed? Because he should have more points right now than Ben.
Potentially.
So is this just like Ben's number 1 in our heart and Fed's number 2?
Right. Who knows? Which, P.S., I'm sure I could look it up on like a PPA website. But how do you find out where they are ranked at, like today? If we wanted to know right in this moment who number 1 is.
On the website. They also post it on their Instagram from time to time, but it's not like it's not like a constant like updated rankings. Like every couple tournaments, I feel like you'll see they'll put the top 10 for each men's women's mix.
But I think it lags at time. They don't update it constantly, which is very disappointing. And that's something I heard a couple of other podcasts talking about is like, this is a points race towards the end, right? This is a championship deal. Like, why are you guys not putting that front and center and showing everyone who is where and what's going on? Create that chemistry for the viewer.
It could be because it's early in the year. So like they're still like establishing the points. Like we have a pretty good idea like who's going to be at the top usually. But I feel like as the year goes on, maybe there will be more like involvement in telling us where everyone
I sure hope so. And this Ryan Kane, Connor Pardo apologist.
Love it. I love it. All right. Number 5, Judith Castillo takes home her first women's singles PPA title. So that was pretty cool to see. We had a singles gold medal match that Anna Lee was not involved in because she was actually told by her doctor she's not singles ready. She was doubles ready, but not able to play singles. So she actually sat this one out. Excuse me. And then I believe Georgia Johnson ended up taking out Catherine Parento.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And that game started with, I think Georgia won 11-0, and then Catherine won 11-0. You had 2 consecutive pickles, and then Georgia took the third game. So that's why you don't see Catherine Parento in the gold medal match. But you'd have played against, I believe, Caitlin Christian. Yeah.
And that was a fun match to watch. 3 games, I think.
Yep, absolutely. So that was a good women's singles gold medal match without Catherine or AL.
It was.
I mean, 2 names you're not seeing there a lot, which is very cool. Again, goes with the theme.
Great.
Absolutely.
New names are good.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Screen went out. All right. Number 4. This is a big one. Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrbacher defeat Catherine Parento and Annalie Waters, giving Catherine and Annalie their first loss ever together.
Yes.
So cool for Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrbacher, who this is
so great. Yeah.
just the start of their partnership this year, really. They played MLP together.
Is this their 4th time together?
4th
Third
or
time?
5th.
Okay.
I think this might be our 5th tournament of the year. We started with the Masters, had 2 in Arizona, Minnesota, and so this would be 5. But they played MLP together, so that counted. They got
and
the
if
reps
you guys
there.
don't know, they played college tennis together as
Oh,
well.
I didn't know that.
There is a chemistry there, so they're tight.
Oh, that
Did they really?
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
now.
they played doubles together in college. I'm pretty sure. I mean,
That was
fact check me
Vivian-
on that.
That was Vivian Glassman.
No, these
No?
two.
Ooh.
These two. No.
I'm gonna fact check you
This
on
might-
this.
this might be
call
strike
me
3.
out.
Okay.
Call me out.
This might-
oh
there
my
might be
gosh,
strike
I
three. We
kicked
might
off
be
the
done.
pod. That is, I feel really good about that
Really
one, though.
confident?
Yes.
Like you're 90, 95%?
And I'm
like,
like almost positive it's Glassman.
Yeah.
All right,
We'll
we're
look
gonna
it
see. Ryan and I are just butting heads this whole pod. I love it.
That's funny. But regardless, I mean, it's a new pairing this year for PPA tournaments for Rachel and Rachel and Anna Bright. But I love the 2 of them together.
So
It's just
I watched
so cool.
this match back this afternoon just because it was such a good one and I wanted to see it again.
Yeah.
And my takeaway from it was that the kitchen line was completely controlled by Bright and Rohrbacher.
It was.
Oh yeah.
And they were overpowering them and really beating them up. Even when they got in dinks, it seemed like they were pushing them around.
Yeah.
The other thing is Annalie just seemed off.
Yeah.
She did.
She did. And speaking to off things, the wind apparently was terrible. I mean, this was
That was a
an
big
unusual
deal.
tournament, and you had rain delay after rain delay. You're not in your usual tournament rhythm. You know, it's not going how you expect it to go. So there's definitely factors there.
You would think that would favor the better players, though. You would think they would be able to, fight through that better than some of the other players. But but it is a fact. The wind was an issue and the rain delays. I mean, when you're playing championship Monday and not as many people are in the stands and it's happening like mid-morning. Yeah, it's a different feel.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm curious, being that Annalie had gone, I think, 37 consecutive tournaments since 2021, where she has walked away with at least 1 gold medal from every tournament, and that was broken this weekend. The relief, I'm wondering if she feels. I'm just curious.
Wow.
Like, meaning, I mean,
Therapist Christie's going the opposite way.
Don't get me wrong. Of course she wants to win. I mean, come on, she's the best one out there. Of course she's hungry for the win. That's no question. I'm just saying, along with that, I wonder if there's also this other side of her that's like, people want to beat her all the time. Like, to be the one at the top. Everybody's coming for you constantly, that I wonder if she's just like, okay, the loss is done, it's behind me, and now I can start fresh. I don't know.
That's solid. I like that
curious.
take. I can see that.
I like that too. I can see that.
It's like, okay, I went ahead and I lost. Now I can just be me the rest of the year.
Right.
Kick some butt and move forward.
Right. I don't know.
It's like,
Start a new streak.
I have another hot take from this one after watching today, and that is Rachel Rohrbacher comes out of nowhere, and in my opinion is a top 10 female pro player at this point.
I completely agree.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I would do the who would you rather game with you guys.
I'm
okay.
ready.
Who would you rather have, Rohrbacher or Callie Jo Smith?
I know my answer.
You want me to go first?
Go for it.
Ooh, I have a soft spot for Callie Jo because I love her videos that she puts on Instagram, her tips and her drills and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would take Rohrbacher. I think, as we talked about, with the game being more and more aggressive, her power and her ability to play the left, I would take Rohrbacher.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm taking Rohrabacher as well.
Yeah.
Also love Callie, but the way Rachel has emerged so quickly, she's not touched her potential yet.
No.
Her ceiling is way higher than we even know.
Okay.
But do you have another one?
Oh, I got 3 more of them.
Okay, because I was going to say another
3
one.
more.
Okay, go.
Kovalova versus Rohrabacher. Lucy Kovalova.
Rohrabacher.
Yep.
Because I think Callie is better than Lucy.
Okay.
So I would take Rachel over both of them.
You still on board?
I'm still with
Okay.
Rachel, absolutely.
The Kawamoto sisters. I had to throw in some youngins. Rohrabacher or either of the Kawamoto sisters.
Ooh. I think right now I'm still taking Rachel. Like, she's on a heater right now. She's playing very well.
I'm with Ryan.
Okay. And this is going to be the hardest one. Leia Jansen.
I'm still going. I'm still going Rachel. I'm still going Rachel.
Wow. So she might be like top 5 or 6 in the world then, based on the way you guys are feeling about it. Who would you not pick?
And I will say, like, it helps that she has Anna Bright. I think Anna Bright's one of the smartest players in general, regardless of gender. I think she's one of the smartest players. I think her energy works really well with Rachel's too. Like, they just, you can see it when they play. They just get each other. Like, it just works. And I think that brings out the best in both of them. Yeah. So, I mean, if you take Rachel by herself, there's probably like maybe 2 people that I would take before her.
Okay.
You know, but 2 or 3 maybe. But
I was going to say Catherine Parento or Rachel Rohrabacher.
Yeah, I got to go CP. Got to.
I would take Parento.
Yeah. She's been doing it at a super high level for too long. And but like, are we doing a fantasy draft for this season? Or are we doing a dynasty league here?
Right?
For years to come.
That's right.
What I'm hearing is AL, CP, Anna Bright, Rachel. Is that your top 4 women right now?
Is there anybody else that we should throw in the mix there?
I mean, those are the 3 people I'm taking before Rachel. But
that's crazy though, because she was one of the last picks in MLP just 6 or 8 months ago.
It's crazy.
Rachel?
Yeah.
She was a sub, wasn't she?
No,
was
I think
No,
you're
she was
thinking
like
Allison
the last.
Harris.
She was like the last pick.
Yeah, she was but a pickup by Anna.
By Anna.
Anna saw her and said, "We got to go with this."
Well, she knew
Such a
her
good
from
pickup.
college tennis.
We will see. won't we?
That's up for debate.
I like it.
I love it. All right, number 3, Anna Bright and Andre Deescu defeat Ben Johns and Annalie Water, giving them, I believe it was the first loss by Ben and Annalie.
As a partnership
Check
together.
me on that. Yeah.
No, I think
No,
that's right.
like,
Loss of a match.
I will say the first loss of a match. Correct.
Yes.
Like
They've lost games, but
They've
not a
lost
match.
games. I think that the last time they lost was against Georgia and J.W. Johnson
Okay.
last year.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
That's a good pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say Minnesota or something. I need to get my details right if I'm coming here and saying this stuff, so I recognize that. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, their first loss in a year.
Well, this is the Andre Deescu show these days. I mean,
is.
homeboy is playing lights out. And I mean, I know he's been doing it for a long time. I got to imagine his pickleball IQ is way up there as well.
I completely
But he
agree.
has some physical attributes that not many have. And that's those 18-foot long arms of his.
Right? That reach.
Yeah.
It's just
Crazy.
like, wow. And his hands are lightning fast.
Yeah.
So I like throwing out things fun for the conversation. Where does he go in the MLP draft? It's happening in 3 weeks in North Carolina. I think he's like a top 5 guy right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that's a hot take.
So who you got? Thomas Wilson, Christian Alshon, Ben.
Ben Johns.
Yep.
Riley Newman.
Riley Newman.
I'll take Deescu over Newman
Julian.
all day.
Over Julian?
No, over
okay.
Riley.
Okay.
Julian, I might take him over him as well. Yeah. I might. Because he's got a good attitude. Dude, you're either going to get great Julian or you're going to get Julian who's ready to drive his Mercedes home.
Yeah. I'm not high on Julian,
Yeah.
but I do, like, I don't know. Like,
So it sounds like we're all going to have to go home and write down our lists.
Yes, and come back
Come
For
together.
our fantasy drafts, exactly, and figure out what we think is going to. That should be fun. We could
That would be
do a
fun.
mock draft.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do we think is going to happen? Who would we take?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
mean, he's up there. Like,
Ryan has to be in this at this point. He's my new
Right.
arch nemesis.
Love it.
so how many teams are there? Are there 8 MLP?
No.
I thought it was 12, but you said that they were combining.
No, they decided to keep the Challenger League
Okay,
and
they're
keep the
okay.
Premier League.
Got it.
So that
So
has
it's
been announced.
12.
12 and 12.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say he would be a first round pick.
Yeah, yeah. Unless the team wanted to, unless they're going like ladies first, but I don't think that's a smart pick anymore.
Right.
So, but that's another discussion for another day.
Interesting. Yep. We'll do it again. All right. 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. Number 2. Anna Bright got the double gold, of course, as we've mentioned, which I think is just so cool for her. Like we're talking about, I don't know that we have much more to add to this other than saying she got the double gold and it's great for her. And she clearly has established herself as top 2 or 3 female.
Oh yeah.
How good is James Ignatowicz feeling right now?
Right.
Dude, that's the question about that is we know she's lights out, but she steps in with Daskew and does what they haven't been able to do.
Right. It's huge.
And it wasn't close either. Like the finals were in 3 games. Like they won in 3 games. And it was convincing. Like I think one game was 11-9, but I think there was an 11-3,
11-4,
and 11-4.
Yeah, it was
like,
awesome.
Absolutely.
I'd be worried if I was James.
Yeah.
I would be worried.
I don't think he is because she's still his girlfriend. But
right. And shout out pickleball memes again because the
hilarious.
Yes.
Of her rolling backwards.
Right.
so
the content of like James Ignatowicz running after Andre for hugging his girl. Like I mean, like just so many different things. Or that one like with the Anna Bright looking at Andre.
That was a little harsh. That was a little much. I would have been pissed if I was him.
So good. Okay, number 1. Andre got double gold as well. So we had Anna as a number 2, our number 2 slot for today. She got double gold. Andre got double gold. But the big thing is, like we're saying, he's a fill-in. He wasn't supposed to play. He stepped in to play for James Ignatowicz, and he ended up getting gold in men's with Matt Wright, and then gold and mixed with Anna Bright.
That's another good story. We haven't even really talked about that one. Matt Wright. And wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So like that was my number 1 thing with what you said last time. Of like, what is James thinking right now?
Yeah.
Like,
What is James thinking? And then what is Riley Newman thinking right now?
and what is Riley Newman thinking right now? And what is Jim Kloss thinking right now? Like, right? We've got so many people to worry about their feelings. My goodness.
Man.
So
I think Andre's the real deal, as we said, and no matter who he pairs with, it gives them a really good shot.
Yeah.
Because he can just play so much court. He's so big.
he's so big. And like you said, pickleball IQ is high. So he's executing really good shots, making good decisions. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
So those are our hot takes.
Dude, pickleball is fun. Pro pickleball is fun to watch. If you guys are missing it, you can find the streams all over YouTube. There's some great games. Also, use the time to study how the pros play the game. I really do think it helps me get better to watch what these guys are doing, how they're executing shots, how to put together a proper point. There's a lot to be learned from watching these guys.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I feel like I play better when I watch the pros play. Like if I watch for an hour before I have to set foot on the court for my own tournament, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm channeling my inner Rachel Rohrabacher. Look at me go.
The way I've been playing right now, I'm just like praying before I walk in most of the time.
Not a bad practice. That's a good one too.
Well, that was our top 10 from the weekend. Again, if you're loving what we're putting out, just take a moment, hit the subscribe button, like it. Hopefully you'll comment on all these things. Tell everyone who's right and who's wrong, even though we already know. And thanks for sticking with us through another one. Take care, guys.
See ya.